We have one watching. I guess that's me. Let's get this thing published. Yeah. All right, well, let's get this thing underway. I don't know where else I guess I should tweet. Hmm. Where's my spammer? That's a good question. Where is your spammer? We need more people. All right. And I guess I should pop out chat because StreamYard's chat is potentially unreliable. There we go. Live chat. Okay. There we go. All right, where were we? We were assembling the idler and finding different screws and such to get this done in more sane ways. I don't understand why ANET insists on doing these two-part idlers. It's a little irritating, a little weird. I guess it's so they can easily accommodate belt width, different size belt widths or something. I don't know. Anyway, new screw. This should be a little bit more convenient, as it doesn't stick out quite so much. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, now we are going to mount this idler such that we're going to mount it upside down because I need to get the belt as high as possible relative to the bottom of the bottom of the bed. So we don't want a U-shaped belt path. Now, on the previous stream, I had marked out using dry erase marker on the frame where the motor mount and belt are meant to go. Now the question is it appropriate to mount the motor first and then? No, it can't be done because the gear is in the way. All right, so we won't be doing it that way. And essentially, though, when finding the center of our motor mount, for our purposes, the screw head is going to be the vertical center, the horizontal center of the motor mount positioning, because we're trying to center the belt, and the belt will be coming off the gear, which is going to be aligned vertically with the screw head here. So, coffee out of the way. You know I'm going to knock that off the table, but all right. I had a message here. I need to check what's going on. Arriving today, my Amazon package with the TFT 35. All right, well, that's good. Then I will be able to do the electronics build, which will be a plus. Now over here, we'll line this like so, and this like so. And it's going to be more or less like that. Now the thing is, I can adjust the idler position much more readily than I can adjust the motor mount position. So What have I done wrong here? And if anyone wants to hop in, let me know. I will send. But the one thing they don't show here conveniently are um, the viewer counts. Now, this is the one disadvantage of not having a thing that moves over a corner piece here that screws down into the top. You can't get a perfectly vertical alignment. Somewhere here I have a level. Where is my level? Come on, level, where are you? I was looking for the level the other day and couldn't find it then either. May need to step away and search for it for just a second. I guess I can put a banner up here. Brand private chat banners. Example banner. There we go. That was not nearly as hard to find as I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm off by quite a few number of degrees here. Ugh. There we go. It's a small amount of warpage there that's not optimal, but it's okay. Now, what did I do here? I put the motor screw back or not. The motor over here. Motor is here. Motor screw. Come on, motor screw. Do not abandon me now. Little motor screw. Hmm. Ah, extra motor screw is the extra motor screw. Okay, so part of my problem here is this is not fully screwed in. Hmm. That's better. Mm. So yeah, it would be nice if I designed this with it. The piece that moves over the top here. All right, that should be fine. Any finer adjustments I should be able to make by adjusting the position of the gear on the motor shaft. Yeah, this is about right. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed chat a little bit. Thank you, StreamYard. Um, okay, John Mack. Yes, I did start my own stream. I have another couple hours to finish this off. Well, another hour at this point. Um, I thought I posted it in various places. I guess not. Yes, John, thanks for joining, and Mr. Buttram, yes. I was just in the process of aligning the motor mount and making sure it's vertical, which of course is only a thing you only need to do if you're if you have a motor mount that doesn't have an angle, a 90-degree angle, and a mount point on top. Now, the problem with the mount point on top, in my case, was that it raised the height of the motor mount beyond the height that would be acceptable uh, uh, for the bed in order to use the Prusa style uh, belt holder. The problem with other style belt holders is you actually have an increased height and then you have increased slop within the belt holding mechanism. So so this is a compromise. Now the other problem, the downside of having the angle, the 90-degree angle, and the three mount points, 1, 2, and 3, for the Y motor holder is that if your print is even slightly warped, then your mount points will be warped and things will be off. So I ended up just getting it vertical with a level. It works. Okay, so let me go through chat right quick here. Hi, John. Hi, Don. Don, you haven't been on in a while. Good to see you. Almost 7 p.m. here. Time for dinner. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in. So, John, if you want to post this to some other places that I missed, I think I posted it to the Canadian Makerspace Canadian Maker Project channel, Discord, and my Twitter, and I'm not sure where else. But if you have some places it could be posted, that would be very helpful. All right, so we're getting our motor mounted. Problem with this arrangement is okay. There we go. Oh, you're still here. Well, thanks for sticking it out. Hope you don't miss your dinner. But I don't know. I get cranky if I miss dinner. So, all right. So we have our motor mount. It's pretty damn secure. We have our Y idler mount. It's pretty damn secure. Let us see. That does not look right. Wow. How on earth is that level? It is obviously not level. What the hell? I guess I was torquing down on the thing and it failed on me. Now, can I get at, I want to see if I take this idler off, because I need to readjust it anyway. If I take that off with this tool, am I going to be able to more easily adjust this mount? That on. It's going to give me access to this upper, yeah, a little bit. That's what I get for looking at something at an angle. All right. Oh, shoot. I have wiped off my... That's not good. I have wiped off my marking. My bed position. My alignment marking. So we shall try this again. Okay, here's that. Here is my aligner. I guess this dry erase marker strategy was not as good as I thought it was. There's the mark. There it is on that side. All right. Yeah, so my redo, it's not a remix, it's a complete redoing of the Y rod holders based on the I guess a remix of the Prusa version 4 or iteration 4 Mark III rod holders, but it's a complete redo of the bare rod holders. It has a much better fit there, so that's good. This thing, so I can actually secure it with the motor in place, seems better. A little bit. I got my Y motor holder adjusted poorly. Or at least I was looking at it from the wrong angle or something. Okay, there's one and there's two. And we want this just about there. And we want it Now, the problem is I'm holding it with my right hand and I can't. There we go. All right, I gotta hold it like this. Ah! This is not convenient from this angle. Now, I tried to do it from the other angle, but then I got the alignment totally wrong. Let's try again from this angle. Okay, there we go. Now I've got a good grip. Okay, that's straight. We want it like right in there. Ah, already tweaked it over. Okay, so that would be a useful thing, I guess. Have a motor mount that sits perfectly flat on the. Good. Okay. Well, that doesn't work at all. What the hell? No, the T-nut didn't turn. That's the problem. Now my alignment is off again. My vertical alignment is off again. Damn. Hey, Ron. Welcome back. Oh, god damn it. Okay, what is the problem here? Okay, it's not turning. Why is the T-nut not turning? T-nuts suck. That's my opinion. That is my official analysis here. T-nuts just suck. And if I have to go back after having given my whole diatribe, oh, damn it. Okay. We're in, and now we're all the way to the back. Okay, so let's see if we can get this damn thing to turn. I'm worried about there. Ah, shit, it slid. Damn it. God damn it. I had this perfectly aligned and then it just flops over. That is not secure in any way. That's the motor, not the mount, though. Okay. That's fine. I can fix that. Cool. Remind us, Making Fair Hamilton was big, small, I guess relatively small, but I gather it was fun. We'll see in the video. But that was what, 2 weeks ago? Last week? Yeah, I remember you were preparing for it for quite some time. I don't remember when it actually took place. Why is this not butting up against the thing as I would have expected? Huh. I'd be very annoyed if that's because the parts worked. Oh. What is up with this? All right. Why is this so loose? Is it the bottom screw, I guess? Yeah, I can't do that, can I? Not with that. I have a tool for this. Where is it? Where's my 90-degree screwdriver? Come on, 90-degree screwdriver. You know you want to be found. Here we go. That's cool. 3 interviews. Local guys or notable or more well-known guys? I guess local, right? Hmm. I wonder if these countersinks are too deep. That does seem to be the problem. The other thing that's a little disturbing about this is I wonder if this part is more warped than I thought. Need to print this again? Jeez. Who knew the motor mount was going to take 2 hours? Jesus. Ugh. Off it comes. All right, that's much better. Now it's not going anywhere. Okay, that's the problem because the motor doesn't quite sit against the back of the frame, but the mount does. And so that is where my alignment issues come up. I need to come up with a way to hold this in position like this. No, but then I'm covering the thing I need to screw in. Can't press it that way. There's no winning with this. I guess I could take the that extends below the all right, let's try this. If I can't seat the motor while I'm screwing it in with the legs on, let us remove the legs from the frame. Because that's another pain in the ass thing to put back on. So why not? Ah. I could always relent and print one or do one with a top nut as well. But this does seem slightly easier. I thought I was going to get around this problem by having extended bumps that would fit into the two T-slot grooves on the front face, but seemingly that is insufficient. Okay. Now, can I keep it in this orientation while I tighten this nut? Score! All right. We are golden. Done. Wow. Hey, and that only took 90 minutes. Do we think I'm doing this with a little bit too much precision? Is that the problem? I don't know. All right. Let's take a good look at this. That motor is sitting way far away from the, wow. I don't know what to think about that. That is not at all parallel to the extrusion. Well, let's put it on and see how it rotates. And if I need to reprint my motor mount, I will reprint my motor mount. Are you done yet? No. All right. Let's see. Mm. Yeah, this is not going to do. Well, I'm going to have to reprint that. That's really irritating. Do I have a speed square handy? I do not. No, because the Y motor mount is not. It is apparently printed warped, so it's just not square. If you look at, let me hook this up so you can at least experiment with it slightly. I mean, I could intentionally move the idler off center, but it still would be at an angle. It's at a, I don't know. It's 4 degrees, maybe 3 degrees from parallel. Let me get this thing hooked up and I'll show you what I mean. So the issue is, if you can see, let's see if I can make this visible. Let me move the comments out of the way so I can see what I'm showing you. That doesn't work. Let's try this way. There's a gap here of this much. Oops. Of this much. And there's a gap here of this much. So the motor is not mounted parallel to the extrusion because the Y motor mount itself is not square, apparently. Apparently. Or there's some problem with the length of screws that I used and the depth of the extrusion slot ridge that I put into the motor mount. I mean, it's flush on this side, so I have to assume that it's just this angle that's not quite a right angle. Now I have another one of these. This one, where it appears to be very much a right angle. Okay, so having done all this, I guess I can disassemble it and compare the angles on those two pieces and try reprinting it. I guess. That's aggravating. Yeah, it's about that time. So yeah, the belt tension will. You see what's going on here? The belt is rubbing against the edge, the front edge of the the belt tension won't pull it square. So if I no, the problem is that the motor shaft is not parallel to the frame. And more importantly, is not parallel to the idler shaft, which is straight, which is parallel to the frame. So it doesn't matter how much this pulls, it'll be grinding, always grinding against the edge of the belt, and it will just eventually kill the belt. So the more I think about this, the more problematic it is, and the more I have to redo it. Now, one of the things I can try is, that's not the test piece I want. This is the test piece I want. One of the things I can try is using this PLA test piece, which seems more square and less warped. So we will try that. Hmm. Oh, that's an idea. So there are people who have built motor restraint cages that sort of wrap around the motor and the housing to pull the motor back into position like this, because it can be pulled back and held in position. There's enough springiness there. It appears to be that my slot ridges might actually be too wide. Because really, that's what's going on. It's All right. Well, off it comes again. I'm going to become an expert at this eventually. All right, so let's take a closer look at this. Try not to get a crotch shot while we do it. All right, so I created these chamfers on the yeah, I think they're just too wide. Of course, it looks here like no, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I should reduce these things by like a millimeter or two. I guess I should try this with the PLA part, which I think is a little bit more square, but it looks like it's these ridges that are pulling it out of square. Thought they were a good idea. Maybe not. Center. Where there's more material in the ridge at the bottom than there's the top. Vince, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Sand them down and retest. I just want to see if my theory is right, because I mean, yeah, I mean, you can see that this is not quite copacetic, but this looks like a right angle. I mean, it's not significantly off. I guess what's significantly off is this corner. Yeah, okay, here's where we see a little bit of warping. And I tighten this down, that's where it pulls the motor. No, that would pull it that way, when in fact the motor was pulling the other way. Yeah, there's warping on that end too. All right. Anyway, I want to see if this works first, and just to test and I want to make sure that my design is not flawed. Because this is my motor mount design. So I want to make sure that the design is not flawed. And once I've made that determination, then I will come up with a better solution for printing it in PETG. Well, it doesn't appear to. Well, okay, I guess I got to tighten it down in order to know for sure. Nope, it's the motor mount design that's flawed. Or both the PLA and the PETG are warped. I don't know which. This is significantly less of an issue on this though. Yeah, I think I just need to come up with a bracket to just pull the motor mount back. Because it's significantly less warped here. This is just. Oh! And finally it dawns on me what Ryan was talking about. Okay, so you're suggesting that if I move the gear far enough out, oops. If I move the gear far enough out to the end of the motor shaft, that the tension will pull it square like that. I think because the mount points of the motor mount are directly behind the gear, that would not happen. If the mount points for the motor were over here, then it would have the effect of pulling it outward. I think the mount points for this mount are directly behind where the the gear and the belt are aligned specifically so that you won't get issues of pulling it square or out of square or whatever it is that might be going on. So I think I'm just going to try reprinting this and see if I can get a squarer print. What are my other options here? Is this impacted in the same way with the... Oh, wait, hang on. I have another version of this without the notches on the back. Let's see if that is squarer, for lack of a better term, and seats better. Because if that's it, then I just need to reduce the width of those notches, those bumps that fit into the T-slot grooves. Find the right tools. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's the thing, Ryan. It won't, because the pivot point of the on which it would perform that kind of adjustment is right here. These are the mount points of onto the frame. If the mount points were over here, then yeah, you could pull it in or out more easily, but you'd have to have a lot of belt tension to be able to pull this anyway, because the degree with which the angle is insufficient given the position of the mount points. I really thought these bumps were actually going to help with alignment, and maybe they just are the source of all my troubles. We shall see. Now, I thought I had tested this part and it seemed sane, but what I had done incorrectly was I had I had misaligned the motor mount, and I thought that was the cause of the problem. Uh, Misaligned it along the center of the back extrusion, and I thought that's why it was rubbing when I was testing this earlier. Now, I had tested with this design, I think, which included these bumps. So let's try, and I didn't observe the behavior we're seeing this time, but okay. So here we have proper alignment, and then when we screw it in, what happens? We still have proper alignment. All right, so I have two choices. I can try and fix see how that's so much more better aligned? I can try and fix the design, fixing the extruded alignment ridges here, narrowing them, I guess. Or I can just omit them entirely. What do we think of the folks that are still here? Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't one of the things I was asking about, but yes, I should probably just do that. So to that end, I need to to that end, I need to take this off, remark my back center position because I wiped off the mark again off the extrusion with all of my handling. See, it's not just touching the print bed that's a problem for me. Apparently, it's touching everything. So, we're going to once again mark the center. Pen. Ah, the smell of dry erase markers takes me back to school. See, that actually is very tight. That push fit, I like that very much. That's a significant improvement over the previous design. Yes, well, this was the previous iteration of this design. It didn't have the thing. The only issue is that I made the alignment channels too large, I guess, too wide. Anyway, you got to remember the part that I started from was the Prusa part, not some other edited part. So the part I started from would not have worked at all. And this is not a good angle for either of us here. Oh. On the bright side, I've come up with the better squaring technique. So it's not like this entire effort has been wasted. What the hell happened here? All right. Do this because I can't turn the hex key because I removed the feet on my frame. Okay. That's close enough. All right. What time is it? 2:12. Okay, well, I can do this for a little bit longer. No, I know what the problem was with the part that I edited. I just didn't get the alignment just right. So the vertical alignment of the things. All right, so at this point, we can put on our gear. We can put on our bed. What have I done wrong here? I put it on backwards. Did I put it on backwards? Yes, the two bearings go on the right. Anyone with a Prusa? Oh, I have a Prusa over here. I can check. One second. Nope, one bearing on the right, not two. One bearing on the right. I had it right the first time. I guess I need to zip tie these down if I'm gonna do this. Of course, if I zip tie the rods down, I won't be able, I don't want to, I'm trying not to waste zip ties at this point. It's going to be a pain in the ass to put in the replacement Y holder. But what we do see here is damn near perfect Y belt alignment after all that. Hmm. We're still getting a little bit of rubbing here. But it does sound terrible. And that's the belt, not the bearings. That's where we're getting this rubbing. So first of all, I can where is my Correct wrench. Come on, correct wrench. So I have a black mat and black tools. This was clearly a poorly thought out workspace. There we go. That's significantly better. Spray paint can solve that. Oh, paint it something other than orange? No, this is actually sounding quite a bit better than it was. It can do that. Oh, the mat tool problem. Yes. Well, I thought having a black mat instead of a green mat would be cool because everyone else uses green mats. And I was clearly wrong. uh, uh, yeah, I could also put like pink masking tape around some tools or something. I don't know. Not that I really want to use pink masking tape or even know where to find pink masking tape, but something day glow. So that's the one nice thing about the Prusa frame is that it does all of your alignment for you, rather than expecting you to slide things along an extrusion and hope you get it right. That actually sounds quite reasonable. At this point, we have no grinding, and it's not really. Is it hitting the edge or not? Looking at the gear here. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe there's actually room there. No, there's room along that edge. That's still clean. All right, cool. Well, all right. So we determined that It's not the black screws, it's the black hex keys that's the huge problem. Um, Especially the really thin ones. Um, all right, so while we're doing this, I might as well. What do I want to do? Do I want to print the version 1? Yeah, maybe I should just print my version 1 Y mount without the aligners and just use that. But while we're doing this, I might as well tighten down. Now, here's a thought while I'm screwing with things. I think I have a gear that I could replace this idler pulley with. And a gear is less likely to damage the belt on that end at proper tension, so maybe I should do that. Start at 220. Well, I won't be doing it today. That was irritatingly little progress. I was hoping to get the extruder assembly mounted today, too. Oh, well. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out, and I need to grab some food before my next conference call here. But we will pick this up maybe tomorrow, maybe. Have a good one, all. Thanks for hanging out.